This is the 23rd video in our series, looking at how to complete a basic setup and configuration of a Synology network attached storage device, or as they're more commonly referred to, a NAS. In this video, we're going to install and configure an application onto our Synology NAS called Download Station. Download Station is a web-based application that allows us to download files that use peer-to-peer file sharing. Peer-to-peer file sharing is simply a method for transferring large files over the internet. It works by breaking a file into smaller pieces and allowing those pieces of data to be hosted by many different devices. Then as you download the pieces of the file, those pieces are made available for others to download. As more devices download the pieces of the file, the more pieces are then shared and the quicker everyone receives the whole file. While installing and using Download Station is not illegal, what you download using Download Station could have legal implications. It's also worth noting that, as with anything that you download from the internet, what you think you are downloading may not necessarily be what you receive. So as a system administrator for your home network, you will have to weigh up the benefits for using Download Station against the potential risks it could create. For the purposes of this video, we will create a network share called Downloads. We will then take a look at the process for installing Download Station from within Package Center. After we've installed Download Station onto our NAS, we will then configure it so that it can be used by users of our home network. In order to install and configure Download Station, we first need to log into the DSM Manager using our administrator's credentials. While Download Station can be configured so that it downloads files to any of the network shares that we've already created on our NAS, it is best practice to create a network share for Download Station to exclusively use. So from the DSM's desktop, we first need to select Control Panel. Now from within the Control Panel, we need to locate and select the option Shared Folder. Within Shared Folder, we will see any shares that we've already created. So let's select Create to create a new network share. We will call this network share Downloads, and in the description field, we will make a note as to why we created the share. Next, as we have multiple volumes on our NAS, we need to choose the location where this share will be stored. We will choose the larger of the two volumes that we have. We will leave the options Hide this shared folder in My Network Places and the option Hide subfolders and files from users without permissions on their default settings. As this shared folder will be acting as a container for Download Station, we have decided to disable the recycle bin for this share. When we select Next, we can decide if we wish to encrypt this share. As the share that we will be creating will not contain confidential data, we will simply select Next. We are now asked to confirm the settings for our share. Let's select Apply. Finally, we need to set access permissions to the download share. For this example, we will use Group Permissions and set the share so that only the adults of our fictitious family have access to the download share folder. For more information on creating user groups and setting group permissions, please watch part 10 of this series. When we select OK, our new download share is created. We can now install Download Station. To do this, we need to open Package Center. When Package Center opens, we are shown a screen that displays all of the packages that can be installed onto this model of Synology NAS. The list of packages that can be installed onto this NAS has been divided into two groups: packages designed and created by Synology and packages designed and created by a third party. In order to find the Download Station package, we can use the provided filters. If we change the category filter from All Packages to Productivity and Sort By to Recent Popularity, Download Station becomes the first package listed. You may have noticed that within the filter there is also an option that allows us to filter out any packages that we've already installed. Another method for finding packages within Package Center is via the search bar. By typing download and then pressing enter, the download station package is once again listed. Let's select install and take a look at the process for installing download station onto this NAS. First, we need to select which volume we wish to install download station onto. The volume that we choose is where the download station application will be installed, as opposed to where download station will save the files it downloads from the internet. As there's no right or wrong answer as to which volume we choose, let's use the following convention. Volume 1, which is the smaller volume, will only contain the DSM, data from our network shares, and any installed packages. As Volume 2 is the larger of the two volumes, we will leave this volume purely as a location where we will save our multimedia data, for example, movies, music, photos, and downloads. The option, Always install new packages on this volume in the future, we will leave unticked. This will give us more flexibility if we start to run out of space for installing packages on Volume 1. After selecting Next, we have to double check our settings. You can see that Download Station will run after it's been installed onto our NAS, so let's select Apply. The Download Station package is now downloaded and then installed onto our NAS. Once Download Station has been installed, the Install button for Download Station will change to an Open button. Let's close Package Center for now and finish configuring Download Station. First, we need to reopen Control Panel. Now from within Control Panel, in the Application section, we need to select Application Portal. Under the Application tab, you will find listed Download Station. As you can see, currently Download Station does not have an alias. So let's highlight Download Station and select the Edit button. Under the General tab, we need to set the option Enable Customized Alias. While we can use any alias we like, we will leave the alias set to download. Login at tells us the web address that we need to use if we wish to load the Download Station application into a web browser. When we select OK, Download Station is assigned its own alias. Next, from the sidebar and control panel, we need to select Privileges. While we have set the access privileges for the folder that Download Station will save downloads to, we have not set the access permissions to the Download Station application. This means that currently only the administrator's account has access to Download Station. Let's select the Group tab and locate our Household Management group. If you remember back to when we originally created our groups, the Household Management group contained only the adults for our fictitious family. As we want all downloads conducted by Download Station to be managed by adults, we will only allow the administrator and anyone in the Household Management group to use Download Station. We do this by simply ticking the Allow checkbox next to the Household Management group. When we select OK, Download Station's access privileges will be set. Download Station has now been installed and configured on our NAS, so let's check that we can load the service. There are three ways that we can open Download Station. The first is to open Package Center and then from the sidebar select Installed. Within Installed, you will find the Download Station package. If we select Open, Download Station will be displayed on the DSM desktop. As this is the first time that the administrator has logged into Download Station, we are asked to select the destination folder. The destination folder is where Download Station will place the files that it downloads from the internet. If we select OK, we are shown a list of network shares. Let's highlight Downloads and choose Select. Download Station is now ready to be used. Let's close Download Station and take a look at the second way that we can open the Download Station app. If from the DSM we select the main menu, Within Main Menu, we will see an icon for Download Station. If we select Download Station, the application will load. The final method for accessing Download Station is via an alias. So let's log out of DiskStation Manager. Now from the address bar of our browser, we need to enter the IP address of our NAS followed by a / and the word download. When we press enter on the keyboard, the Download Station login screen will be loaded. We know that this screen is the Downloads login screen because of this icon. Let's sign into Download Station by using the account of one of the adults in our fictitious family. As this is the first time that this user has logged into Download Station, once again we will have to select a destination folder for the files that will be downloaded. So to recap, in this video we installed and configured Download Station. This was done by first creating a network share called Downloads. We then installed the Download Station package before assigning Download Station with an alias and setting the application's access privileges. Finally, we tested that we could access Download Station using the access privileges that we set. In the next video in this series, we are going to take a look at installing and configuring the first of 3 multimedia packages written by Synology for our NAS.